Hi, Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Today, we're doing the install on the 2023 Ford Bronco. Been looking forward to a Ford Bronco install for a while, and we got an awesome set that we're doing inside today. Brown ostrich diamond stitch for the insert, multi-camo original for the trim. It's a great looking set, front and back rows that we're doing today, so let's do this install. All right, so let's get started on this install. This is the 2023 Ford Bronco. Bucket seats up here in the front. The rear is actually a set of bucket seats as well. I got that headrest down right there. There's the other seat right there. And we have the seat cover on the driver's side, both on the front row and the back row now. And so now I'm gonna show you how to get it on here on this passenger side. They install the same over here. And we'll get this on, and also that rear passenger seat as well. And we're also gonna cover this console lid. And we'll do this lid cover first right now. It's got these nice leather seats in here. We wanna protect this leather. So the customer here, 5-10 years, if they trade in the vehicle, leather seats are gonna be looking brand new still. And they can wear out these seat covers here instead. Okay, so console lid cover. There's gonna be elastic on the front right here with an opening. So you can still get around to your opening right here. And so we're open up the Velcro tabs like that. And then we're just gonna get this on and start fitting it over here. I have this cover fit on. I just finished kind of straightening it out, but I capped this backside first right here, then stretched it over onto that. And then we need to attach up this Velcro right here, kind of straighten this piece out. I need to shift this over to this side a little bit more. So I have this straightened out now, and the Velcro is attached up. I did use some scissors and it was a little longer than it needed to be, and just trim that a little shorter right there, so you might do the same thing. And I got these edges pulled down there, looking good up here. So that'll close nice like that, nice and tight. Console lid cover to protect that. Just because over the years, your right arm rests on that a lot, and you kind of wear into that. You don't want to have to replace your console, which that gets expensive. We just get this cover on top, wear out the console cover. If you ever need to replace that, a lot cheaper to replace a console lid cover. Okay, so got that on. Now we're gonna move on to the passenger backrest and bottom. All right, so getting started, we're actually gonna do this bottom first. And what you wanna do is, this seat is the manual seat, and what you're gonna do is pump it up into the up position as high as it'll go, because that'll give us plenty of space to work underneath there, okay? We're gonna flip this backrest forward, and what we're gonna do is actually, this is a back seat bib, okay? And this one on the inside actually unhooks really easy. You just reach underneath and unhook that. And that would give you enough space to just be able to push the material that needs to go through here, and enough space to work through with that. Now, just for demonstration purposes, and so you can see this, I've actually unhooked this other side right here. And what I've done is this is actually hooked around a cable underneath here. It goes underneath, and right here, it's hooked right around there. So you'd actually have to release your airbag cable. And instead of doing that, I've just slit the elastic in half right here, and I'm just going to tie it together again, square knot in a square knot. I don't recommend doing that on yours, because this one right here is just going to have, if you unhook this one over here, then you'll be able to have like this side open enough to be able to push through your straps and buckles for the seat bottom cover. But just again, for demonstration purposes, I've taken this, I'm going to tie a square knot in it, and then I'll be able to hook this back up underneath like that right there once I've tied this back together. And now we'll be able to, so you can see on the back side right here, as I'm pushing through the straps and buckles, it'll be a little bit easier to show you what's going on underneath here. So here is this bottom seat cover, and this is the back side of the cover with the straps and buckles sewn onto it. We need to take this, goal here is to push this through this seat crack right here to the back side, right there. Then we're gonna take them underneath, strap them all together. Okay, now I'm just gonna first kind of fit things into place to make sure everything's lining up. And then also I'm gonna take this right here and tuck it into that plastic. Just gonna get things lined up before I start pushing that through right there. So I've got this lined up pretty good. I've tucked some of this in to start out with the plastic trim tool right here and tuck some of that in right there. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the plastic that the seat covers came in right here, just to decrease friction. As I slide this in, I'm gonna keep that wrapped around it and push that through. That'll help keep the Velcro from grabbing onto anything, and then also just help slide it in there. Once you have that pushed through enough, you can pull out the plastic, throw it to the side for now. And here is what this is gonna look like on the back side here. So here's the back side of the seat cover, the seat bottom. You're gonna take your straps, get your straps pulled through right here. And there's this middle strap right here that has a buckle on it. And this strap's gonna go underneath to a solid spring, back to this buckle, lock down. That's your locking safety strap. Never slides, cover's never gonna slide forward once that's locked down. And these straps go underneath up to those buckles on the front side. Now it's really nice, again, get that seat propped up as high as it can go, because it's gonna give us plenty of space to push those straps up to the front right there, like that. Now again, if this seat bib was down already, you could push that through still and unhook one of those, and then just reach underneath that and finish pulling those out, okay, like that. So this outside draw cord right here, you're gonna take it and tuck it into this section right here, okay? So I'm leaning on the seat right here, kind of pushing this open right here. And just right as the leather, the original leather ends, that seems to be the best spot for me to drop this down right here. And then it's gonna drop down to the bottom like this. It's gonna pull through like that, okay? And then you can finish tucking this in right there. But now we have the draw cord on the inside for a flush finished look right there. And we're gonna take this on the outside, go tie this to the other draw cord around like that. So that's how you do that cord right there. Now this elastic, this is actually going to tuck in and drop down. We're gonna grab it. And one thing you can do is you can take a piece of duct tape, tape it to this this install tool, this little plastic knife type tool, and you can push that through right here. That's what I did on the other side. Push it down and kind of find the spots where it pushes down. It seems to be, it took me a second last time to kind of figure out where was the best spot to push this down. There's kind of a gap here. Oh, there we go. There it is right there. Okay. So we're gonna push it down, push that elastic through right here, and then go underneath and grab it. So I can already feel where this is gonna push through down right here. There we go. There's the draw tool. So it's gonna pass through right through that line. So it's about lined up right there. So you can either try just pushing that elastic through, or tape it to this and then push it through, and then take the tape off, and we'll have that elastic to tie up underneath as well. So I ended up doing the duct tape method and just push this through right here. Now I can take this tape off like that, off of here, and then I'll be able to take this underneath and hook that underneath here. So I took this elastic, here's this, what I took from the outside right there. I've stretched that across, and I actually hooked this on to a little plastic hook right over here in this area. This is a little white hook right there. You can see that. It's a little further in, but it's the same one, just like this. Just kind of, there's all these little brackets underneath here, so Ford can attach on the electronics and airbag cables and all that. Just hooked it around one of those, so stretch it over there. Now, what we're gonna do is come over here and take this outside draw cord, and this draw cord right here. These are gonna tie together back here. So what we've done here is I've tied a noose in one of these like that, and I've looped around it with this other one, and so I can get it to my desired tightness. And when I pull on this to get it snug, I like pulling straight back right here, and then making that turn and then just tying off. Also right here, pull straight back on this right here instead of a 90-degree angle, because then if you pull straight back and then make that turn and then just tie, that will prevent this from shearing. If it does shear, and cut, no problem. Contact us, we'll help you get a solution going. But that's what I do, is just pull straight back, make that 90-degree turn, take this, tie it off, and then we're good to go. All right, I've taken this middle locking strap, strap that up underneath there. That's nice and tight now, so that's locked down. These outside straps are gonna go towards the front to those buckles up there now. So for these straps right here that are going up to these buckles, you're gonna go through the middle slot first, right here, and then the outside slot with the teeth second. And then you're gonna take that and pull that down and tight. Now, as you're pulling with one hand like that underneath, you can take the other hand and push down right here. So you're compressing the seat cushion as you pull on that, and that really helps to really get the cover to conform and just snug down nice and tight to the seat as you do that. So push on the top as you pull the strap on the bottom. Now that we have the bottom all locked down, it's time to do the backrest here. First step for the backrest is to remove the headrest. So you're gonna remove it by pressing in on this tab right here and then lifting up. Alrighty, next step that we're gonna do is get this backrest on. Here's the cover. Again, brown ostrich diamond stitch insert, multi-cam original trim. Looking sweet. We're gonna open up, this is the side airbag section. We can open this up, these 3 little tabs here, just to help with getting this on, and then just start to fit this over. Now again, this is the front side with the foam backing here, and this is the back side here with the pocket on the back. And we just did the simple rear fabric pocket on this particular set. And we're just gonna fit this over and slide it on right here. So when you get to this section right here, you're gonna wanna tuck this underneath the headrest plastic, the post that goes around the plastic that goes around the post, and use your trim tool to do that. Just kind of work that around and tuck it underneath, so it should finish like that. Now we're gonna get this felt right here and push this through the seat crack right here, and then this felt's gonna stick down to that Velcro that was sewn on the top side of this bottom cover. But we're gonna push it through first, get it all lined up, and then stick that down. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you do have an airbag cable that comes up. I believe it's on this side right here. So just kind of feel behind there what's gonna be behind the seat as you're pushing that in. So you don't wanna push too hard against any cables or cords there. And one other note is you could wrap this in plastic here as well to push that through. That could help decrease the friction as you're doing that. So I'm on the back side of the seat right now, and you can see this is that felt that we just pushed through right here. So there's that foam underneath there. So, and here's the Velcro on that seat bottom. So we're taking this felt, we're sticking it to that Velcro right there. Now, before you stick it, you want to get that pulled out nice and even. And yes, here's your airbag cable right here. And I believe this is another, well, there's, one other cable on this side. So as you're pulling that through, just kind of roll the cover up and then pull it, but not pulling too hard against these cables. So you're kind of getting your hand underneath there and just kind of slowly pulling it through. And then again, stick this down to the Velcro once it's looking good on the front side, lined up. Stick that down, and then the next step, once that's done, we're gonna attach the seat bib back on here, go back underneath. Now, if you only released one, just like I was recommending, if you only release this one, all you're gonna have to do is just reach underneath there and hook that on there. Now, if you ended up releasing this one as well, which I don't recommend, but if you ended up slicing this, and if you do that, you gotta be really careful underneath the seat here that you're not slicing your airbag cable, because then you got big troubles doing that. So watch out for that. I ended up taking some scissors and just cut this one in the middle of the elastic, but I just made sure that I really was looking at what I was doing there, and I was able to tie it back up. And then we're just gonna take this, reach this back around, hook these back on, and then we're gonna take this, straighten this cover out, and then stick it onto the seat bib back here. So for this section back here, you're just gonna pull it tight, and the seat bib has this carpet on the back. You just pull that tight and stick that down. There we go. Just try to make sure it's as smooth as possible on the back right there. Now, airbag sections right here. attach these back up together so those are connected on the outside like that now. Now it's time to do the headrest cover. So on this particular headrest, we put a Velcro patch on it so the customer can use the morale patches, which is sweet. Now here's the hook Velcro. This is gonna be on the front side right here. And I've got it turned inside out, about the bottom third right now. And I'm gonna start fitting this over and snugging this on, and then I'm gonna roll this around after. All right, so I have this cover on halfway right now. As you can see, I've pulled it on, and now it is helpful to put this down on like carpet inside, just to push it around a little bit better. Or you could install it, you know, attached in right there, pulling it down. I like to have it like this because sometimes I like to compress the cover, the cushion of the cover, or of the headrest in like that as I'm pulling it over. So that's typically what I do, is I put this down on my leg or like put it on the carpet, compress that down as I finish pulling this over here. All right, so I finished pulling that down, attaching up that Velcro there, and that headrest cover is all ready to stick back into the backrest here. All right, we're gonna work on this rear seat now. Now this headrest does not remove like the fronts do, so there's gonna be a cutout around this section right here, and then Velcro tabs to close it back up. So we're gonna open up this Velcro, pull this cover over and onto that, and then attach that Velcro back on. So I've pulled this cover over, as you can see right here, and opened up this Velcro right here. And now what we're gonna do is push this flap back around through, attach this Velcro on. There's little Velcro tabs right here. And so that allows this active headrest that moves back and forth through this slot right here to still slide. And then on the back side back here, we're gonna attach on this Velcro to the carpet back here like that. So that one sticks on like that. We'll get this Velcro attached on right here now. So this should all connect up, look like that right here. And now we're gonna push that back up, and this section is actually gonna push underneath and attach on. And it's kind of handy that this rear seat, this actually has a tab right here that you pull up, and it slides back like this here. And now that's gonna free up more space for you to take this, push that around, and there's carpet underneath there. So you're just gonna pull that nice and snug down on the seat like that, and then stick that onto the carpet underneath. And this cable goes inside this slot right here. All right, so the backrest is all done now. You can see that's all nice and snug tight right there. Openings here so that you can still fold these seats forward and flat, which is nice. And then this section right here, here's the seat bottom. We're gonna start getting this on. Here's the bottom cover, and here's the front side of the cover. We ended up doing the Molly gun pockets on the rear row. So rear row Molly gun pockets right here. So you can store pistols or gear on the inside of this pocket. And so we're gonna get this capped on the front right here. And then this Velcro is actually just gonna reach around to the back, and there's carpet on the back side of this seat, and it just sticks down nice to that. So I have this attached on. I'm gonna show you this right here. So this Velcro just reaches around, connects on right there. And then this Velcro connected on right here to this carpet. Same thing on this side right here. So there's the bottom. It has all this carpet, which is nice to be able to stick the Velcro down to. So there's the seat in place right there. Molly pocket right here. Seat bottom's all done now. Last piece that we're gonna do is the headrest. Since this headrest does not remove like the fronts, we're gonna have to install the cover with it right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the cover inside out a little bit like that, and then just start sliding that on like this, and I'll shift it kind of back and forth like this here as I slide that over, and then roll the rest of it down. So I got that pulled on down right here. Now I need to attach this Velcro. Here's the Velcro right here. I'm just gonna pull that together underneath there, stick that on together, and then just gonna tuck these in to that fabric right there like that. And then as always, just gonna massage your hands over the cover so it conforms to the body of the seat, and Should look like that when it's finished, attached down. We end up doing the patches on this one. Again, looks nice. So you can put on different morale patches up here. All right, so we got the patch on right now. There we go. All attached up underneath here, tucked in, looking good. Make sure you pull your pull tab out through the slot right there in the seat cover. And that wraps up this install on this Ford Bronco. If you've been doing this, great job. And contact us if you need anything. Happy to help. Just finished installing the seat covers on the 2023 Ford Bronco here in Utah. Snowing today. Things turned out sweet inside here. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, this has been Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. We offer seat covers for trucks, Jeeps, cars, SUVs, and UTVs. So if you have a vehicle you're thinking about getting seat covers on, you need to jump over to coversandcamo.com. We look forward to serving you today. Again, this has been Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers.